Here we have a centipede versus the mealworm thing that won in our last video. Now the centipede bit the mealworm thing's head, while the centipede bit the mealworm thing again and again. The centipede just keeps biting that mealworm thing, but the mealworm thing keeps biting the centipede. The centipede's just destroying the mealworm thing, but the mealworm thing got a bite on the centipede. They got a bite on each other's jaws. Ooh. The centipede got bit by the mealworm thing, but now the centipede bit the mealworm thing again and again. The centipede is destroying the mealworm thing, but the mealworm thing is fighting back. Now the centipede bit the mealworm thing. You could see its jaws right there on the mealworm thing. Those jaws are just going through the mealworm thing, and the centipede is just making like a meal out of the mealworm thing. But the mealworm thing's bigger than the centipede, actually. Well, no, actually they're about the same size. But the mealworm thing looks like it's in pain. It's being attacked by the centipede, but it keeps flailing around, and it's bit. It's just giving up against the centipede. Oh, and the centipede, it keeps getting whipped by the mealworm thing. Oh, but the centipede just got a bite. And now the centipede bit the mealworm thing. The centipede has poison, and the centipede is killing the mealworm thing. And the mealworm thing almost bit the centipede. Now the centipede bit the mealworm thing, and the mealworm thing almost wriggled out. And the centipede bit the mealworm thing again. This time it's holding on. Oh, the mealworm thing just whacked it off. Oh, the centipede bit the mealworm thing on the neck. The mealworm thing only bit the centipede once, but the centipede bit the mealworm thing like plenty of times. Oh, the mealworm thing just bit the centipede. And now the centipede's being bit by the mealworm thing, but the mealworm thing's being bit by the centipede too. Oh, and the centipede drops the mealworm thing. And the mealworm thing's back, being bitten by the centipede. The centipede wrapped around the mealworm thing. That's a centipede's tactic. Wrap around their prey. They wrap around their prey. And the centipede's running away. Oh, looks like the centipede has flesh in its mouth. And the centipede is running away. But it's gonna bite the mealworm thing again, probably. Or maybe it's the other way around. The mealworm thing might bite the centipede. And the mealworm thing bit the centipede's antennae. Oh, and the centipede bit the mealworm thing. Now the centipede bit the mealworm thing on his body. Oh, the centipede is destroying that mealworm thing. Now the mealworm thing bit the centipede. Now they're wrapped around each other again. They both look like they're injured, but the mealworm thing looks a bit more injured. And the centipede just got bit by the mealworm thing. Now the centipede is biting the mealworm thing's head. They're biting each other. And now the centipede is biting the mealworm thing again. The mealworm thing is getting dominated by that centipede. the centipede is getting bit by the mealworm thing. Like there. It's just bit by the mealworm thing. No, actually, I think this, yeah, it's bit by the mealworm thing. But now the centipede bit the mealworm thing too. Now the centipede is being bit by the mealworm thing, or it was biting the mealworm thing. Now the centipede's being bit by the mealworm thing again. The mealworm thing is making a comeback here. But the centipede bites the mealworm thing. Right on the underbelly, right next to where the legs are. The mealworm thing is getting the centipede to get off it. Ooh. And the mealworm thing's biting the centipede. Oh. And the centipede is biting the mealworm thing, or it's being bit by the mealworm thing. Yep, it's being bit by the mealworm thing. But the centipede is wrapped around the mealworm thing too. They're biting each other. The centipede looks injured. Now the centipede bit the mealworm thing. And it bites the mealworm thing again. There's a look at the centipede's big, massive jaws. I can't believe the centipede's poison isn't working on the mealworm thing yet. The centipede kind of looks injured. And the mealworm thing bites the centipede's back. But it's right where the shell is. Now the centipede is being bit by the mealworm thing on the shell. But the mealworm thing almost got killed by the centipede. Now the mealworm thing is biting the centipede while the centipede is hanging on to not be bitten by the mealworm thing. And now the centipede might come back to bite the mealworm thing, but instead it's the other way around. The mealworm thing's making a comeback. I think the mealworm thing's winning right now. Now the centipede is biting the mealworm thing. No, the mealworm thing was biting the centipede. So the mealworm thing goes towards the centipede and it bites it. This time it was on the leg. I think it just ripped off its leg. Now the milworm thing is biting the centipede again. And the centipede is... And the milworm thing beats the centipede.